is to import a file into Photoshop. So we'll navigate up to File and Open rather than New. So going to File, Open will bring up basically a Finder window. And you can navigate to where you've got your Photoshop Level 1 resources located. If they are still up on Angel, download them to your machine, and then you can work along with me. So the first file we're going to take a look at is appleblossoms4.jpg. So I'm going to click on that, and then you'll see that Open will become active, and I can hit Open from there. But before I do, I just want to show you a couple features of the Open window. So Enable is looking at all readable documents. So these are all the documents that Photoshop is capable of reading and working with. So that's really great. If you put all documents, then that will also show documents that will be grayed out that Photoshop cannot work with. So we're going to stick with all readable documents. Now for format, it's showing currently the format that the file I have highlighted is at. When that format is not, when I do not have a file clicked, you'll see that format will end up being in gray. So appleblossoms4.jpg, and I'm going to hit Open. So it's going to take Photoshop a moment to open up that file, and then you should see a photograph that looks like this. Now this is a great photograph for us to start working on. It's got some good things, it's got some bad things. So we'll use this as our first image. I'd like to draw your attention up to a couple other things that are up under File. So you'll also see Browse and Bridge, which is another way to get to Bridge if you have that on your machine, and Browse and Mini Bridge, which again, Bridge has to be open. Or if you choose to open something as a smart object. Now for our first couple of lessons, we are going to avoid smart objects. They are great in their time and their place, and they can be really wonderful tools. But when you're first learning Photoshop, they can be quite the hurdle to get over. So for now, we're going to make sure that everything is coming in as just a regular layer object. If you go to Open Recent, you'll see now that you may have appleblossoms4.jpg up, and you may see that you've got appleblossoms.psd up. You may have a whole list of other files. If you do not want those other files to show up, or the list is getting very long, you can hit Clear Recent File List. I find this to be very handy if you are working on a shared machine and you are not sure where the last save went, or you're not sure where a file that, say, the person on the last shift was working on and that you're finishing the job for. So this can be great to be able to get to the specific job you're working on for a client. Now while we're here closing, when it comes time to close the file, this is one way to go through and close it. Close All will close all open files. Close and go to Bridge does what it says. It'll close your file and it'll go to Bridge so you can pick out the next file to work on. And we'll come back to these other options later.